My goal is to try to get people who can't understand where we're coming from, where you see what's going on in the world right now.
I panicked a little bit.
Hey man, it brings back the old days.
But I was always ready to go. Like, oh, anytime you show up to the party with this, it better be drinkable.
Yo, what up?
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Menemies Podcast. We're back again for you guys.
And as always, we're going to kick it off with some whiskey time. Today we have some Writer's Tier Double Oak Irish whiskey provided by the handsome and ever-loving Ken. Yeah.
I'm going to lick the microphone.
COVID. But anyway.
That's just a peak. You know what I'm saying?
COVID protocols are done here at the Menemies Studio.
So that's why we're not wearing masks.
We all sanitize.
You know what I mean?
Lick the mic if you want.
Yeah, lick the mic. Swallow that shit.
Smoke them if you got them.
Right. Yeah. I ate a couple alcohol wipes, so I think I'm good.
As you better.
Yeah, right.
Writer's Tears, though. Irish
Writer's
whiskey.
Tears.
Irish.
Yeah.
We're on the Irish train again.
Yeah,
Ireland.
I've been a fan of the Irish lately, man. I think you know what, dude. Like I said, I was telling you fine distinguished gentlemen here a little while ago. It's Ireland than Irish for me right now. That's the world I'm living in, man.
Yeah, for sure. And this one in particular is kind of interesting because of the way that they aged it. But they have some like squiggly writing, and my eyes aren't so good, so I'm gonna pass it off to Ken here. He can explain a little bit about the barrels and the aging.
All right. So this is aged in American and French oak. So, you know, similar kind of like what we had last week where it was double barreled. I'm assuming that's the same process here as how the fuck else do you do it? How do you get them in two barrels if you didn't switch barrels at some point, right?
Right.
And as my good friend Travis mentioned, it is matured in bourbon and cognac cask. And it was approved by some gentlemen for whatever reason. The grain type was barley, and it was 3 times distilled. And you know what? That's something we were talking about with the Irish, right?
Yeah.
That it's usually distilled a little more
Usually triple distilled.
Triple distilled, which gives you that much smoother finish, easier to fucking take down,
and what some claim to be a very like easy hangover.
Yeah.
Like they could drink it, have a good time, and recover quick.
Yeah, who gets hangovers?
Who the fuck knows?
I don't fucking live that life. I do want to read you what this.
I do sometimes.
Yeah, wow. Wow, I remember my first beer. Anyway, I do want to read you guys what it says here. And I do understand too. Like, you know what? Just on that note, like I was saying something the other day, and it was like, what's worse? Dealing with what's going on or the hangover the next day. And I thought, like, fuck, man, you know what?
Was
maybe
that Kanye?
No, this isn't a movie I saw, I think.
Oh,
or maybe it was Kanye. Fuck, you're
What's
good,
worse?
dude. What's worse? The fucking pain or the hangover or some
Right.
shit. Yeah, it was Kanye.
Okay, yeah, 'cause
Fuck,
that's what
James is good. Yeah.
Sparked it right there.
All right, dude. Respect 100%.
That's a good album.
Yeah. I don't know what album it is.
Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Is it? Yeah, I love that album.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, Powers on there. Yeah, Runaway. Yeah. I love that album too. Pusha T's on there, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Old
It's one of my
Pusha
top
T.
rappers. But I want to read you what this what it says right here. So if you're watching the video, as long as this doesn't get deleted again, like I fucked up last week. You know what? And I did want to say, man, disclaimer, if you didn't see a YouTube video, that is because I fucked it up. That was my bad, man. I was trying to transfer some shit and I fucked up. I apologize to the 6 people that watch it on YouTube. But you know, we'll make it up to you. So let me read this to you, man. It says, his heart danced upon her movements like a cork upon a tide. He heard what her eyes said to... And,
No,
so just,
and there's no commas, guys. So just understand.
yeah, and understand too. Like, there's a fucking piece missing. So if I'm slowing down, that's why. Okay, I'm trying to figure it out.
Ken's like, can we do popcorn?
Trying to read around it.
Yeah, no, I read a sentence.
Pass the bottle. He passed it to you first. I gotta finish it off.
I'm like, man, the big part. I'm like, nah, you go.
I'm your friend. Like, don't call me. Don't call me.
All right, let me run this, man. Okay, so his heart danced upon her movements like a cork upon a tide. He heard what her eyes said to him from beneath their... Who knows? Knew that in time dim past, whether in life.
Wait. You're so. I can't even understand
heard their
what's going
tales
on.
before. Yeah, because you know what? I'm gonna knock it for that. I'm gonna knock the fact. Is this somewhere else? Because like you fucking cut it out, and I can't read what it says.
Well, I was gonna cut to a shot of the box instead of your reading for the YouTube.
Yeah, maybe you do because you know what? They made it hard. Is it somewhere else?
His reading was about as confusing as the
packaging,
the graphics on this fucking.
I'm a
box.
fucking awesome reader.
You are
Popcorn Ken.
No,
Popkin.
it was a love story.
Or a story about love.
or a story about love.
Yeah.
That's what I got from it.
It's a fucking question there.
And is that it? That's the writer's tears. Obviously, it's a sad story.
Well, as if it's called writer's tears, and then you take away and it seems interesting to hear what they had to say. And I wish they didn't cut that out. You know what I mean? Like, and literally, I'm gonna go online and figure it out. I'm gonna write a note here. Figure out what the bottle says.
Note to nobody.
Note to self.
Dear diary, I know I won't ever see this page again, but it feels good to say it out loud.
No, you know what? Because today when I was writing the notes, and I thought like, yeah, you should take notes while you're doing. And I usually do. I used to, and then I got away from it. But these are I always think it's good to have action items to follow up on. So next week, that's how we get repeat listeners, right? So if you guys want to know what this said, tune in next week, man, and I'll have the info for you.
There you go.
But anyway, so writer's tears, man. I tried to read it for you, didn't pan out. Whatever, life happens, right? Okay, we'll come back stronger and better than ever.
Yeah.
But overall, it's an Irish whiskey. We gave you a little background on it. James, you seem like you want to chime in here.
Well, no, in your defense, the fucking tear drop is poorly placed.
Yeah, it's hard to fucking make out what it is.
Because it is hard to make out.
Right?
And it's like in a typewriter font.
And I made up a word at some point.
And I can't even guess what it's saying here.
Yeah, I tried.
But that leads us to presentation. So the presentation of this, it's writer's tears. You're obviously going with the theme here. You got the fucking the typewriter lettering and all that. The colors or whatever. I'm not a big fan of like the actual label itself. The fake wooden top or wooden top is cool. It's cool.
It's cool.
But it's not like it doesn't scream like sophisticated. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
And it's not even a typical like what you'd expect an Irish whiskey to look like.
It's very un-Irish. A lot of the times they're in the green bottle.
A lot of times in the green bottle. It's very tall.
It
just doesn't look Irish at all. But I mean, it's not bad.
It stands out.
If I'm not mistaken,
The Quiet
this is another Irish, yeah.
The Quiet Man.
If I'm not mistaken.
The Irish, yes, it is.
Yeah. And so here's another Irish, so you can see like it's, you know what I mean? This is different, and then here's your more standard, typical
Commercial
Irish. Yeah,
bottle.
you know what I mean? Usually like Jameson, Proper 12, they come in things like that. You get a lot of Irishes in the dark green. You get Isla's in a lighter green, but the Irish usually comes, with the exception of Green Spot. This is similar to Green Spot. Green Spot, just fucking clear bottle, white label, similar color of the whiskey.
And Carlos gave us Slane's, which was like
black, that was in a world of its own. Yeah, that's a good
black
point.
bottle.
That's a very good whiskey, though. I was not mad at that.
That was a good one.
I took shots with him drinking that. We went to a concert one night.
Nice.
Okay, so presentation.
I tell you guys, me personally, presentation wise, I like it. I like the bottle. I like that it's the tall bottle. I like that it stands out a little bit like that.
It's heavy.
Yeah. It's like
a fucking full.
I mean, if you look at the bottom here, man, it's like it's the thick
Looks like an
glass.
ashtray from Mad Men.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man. Don Draper. You know what I mean? Apparently that guy's the man. I don't even know who that is, but all right. And the font, to James's point too, the font is a little gimmicky, it's a little immature, I'd say.
Did this catch your eye?
It seems like I would have wrote this like when I was like in 7th grade, like trying to draw big block letters and shit. Like that's what it would have looked like.
You would have got a D. It's just not legible. But
I would have got at least a C. I didn't fucking D's, dude. I'd have passed. Okay, that's the world I live
D's
in.
passing.
D's get degrees.
D's get degrees.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
I thought later on, I thought D's didn't pass anymore. Fuck, I had to go to summer school for getting a fucking D. You guys-
Did the box catch your eye?
No, I knew the name. So I'd say this too, man. One night I was going to Vegas late at night, and a friend of mine was driving. Shout out Erica for driving. And I was like, the whole time she was driving, I was just looking up different whiskeys that I thought were going to be good for the podcast. And this was one that came up, Writer's Tears. And so I had seen it before, and I never procured it. But today I saw it. I was looking for a bourbon. And then a little angel's voice drugged me right over to the fucking Writer's Tears there, and I had to pick it up. So that's what happened, and I went ahead and did it.
There you go.
And just to throw this out there too, man, this is about I think it was $59.
Okay.
It's not cheap, not crazy either, not excessive.
For 46%, I mean, that's
it's a
pretty
strong one, but we've had stronger, but not that, you know.
And that's kind of like an average, right? Like usually the bottles you buy are
they're
closer to about 55,
closer,
60 bucks, right? So I mean, it's not going to break the bank. So I mean, you're gonna have to spend a little bit to
and different
explore.
strokes for different folks, right?
Yeah.
Like if that's too much for you, then maybe you're in a still house game. You know what I mean? Go spend $12.
Smooth.
It's so smooth.
That's why it's on the shelf. That shit
Smoothest
is
$12 you
smooth.
could ever
I
spend.
just got to give it a hard time.
Smoothest
you know what I mean?
$24 you'll ever spend.
Again, it wasn't bad. Like for $24,
Yeah.
I'm not my favorite one, but I'm not mad at it.
Mhm.
But anyway, so what do you guys' presentation? I'll let you guys chime in there.
I just want to say, like, I'm not mad at it. I just feel like it's trying too many things at once. Like, you have the label on the neck of the bottle with like that dark blue and the wood cap. Like, that kind of says like they're trying to be sophisticated. But then, like, to James's point, like the little cutouts in the label itself and the big typewriter font, like it seems confused. Like, it seems like there's too much going on. I wish they would have been a little bit more simple with it, and like I wouldn't be so mad at it. So, and even with all that said, though, I don't think it looks bad. It definitely stands out, and that box for sure would have jumped out to me if I saw it on the shelf amongst a bunch of other just regular, you know.
I like the name though.
I'd like to
Yeah.
point
I'm
out
not
though,
gonna-
this was bottom shelf and Total Wine. It
Yeah.
was on total bottom shelf, but because I knew the name, and typically that's how it's arranged, right?
Right.
Like bottom shelf is normally going to be, in a bar or in an establishment that sells whiskey
Yeah.
or any alcohol. Usually the bottom shelf, which is just to throw it out there, it's another thing that's kind of fucked up in the sense of like people pay to where you can locate their product, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, maybe they didn't pay as much as everyone else did, or the distillery. It's not this particular whiskey, it's the distillery
Yeah.
isn't paying as much to fucking have it catered as high.
Placed eye
And so
level.
that's, but you can't, we've had some here that I think we really loved that were low shelf shit, and it was a good one. Stillhouse is right there eye level, and what the fuck for? You know what I mean?
It's America.
Spent a
I'm
lot
gonna
of
keep
marketing.
picking on Still.
That's a black bourbon right there.
It's the one that stands all the way out because it looks like a gas can. So-
Actually, David, our friend David bought this one.
Did he?
I almost said his last
Oh
name.
yeah, no,
But-
yeah, I know. You said enough, so I knew who it was.
Gave me
but
a gift
all right.
card, but it's sitting on the shelf still.
Nice.
No, he bought that one in particular, or he bought one for himself.
I bought that with his gift card.
Oh, okay. Hey, you know what, man? Hey, big thank you to my boy David did. You know what I mean? Appreciate that. I didn't know that. All right. I thought he had one himself, and I was like, all right, I gotta ask him.
No, you can have one.
All right.
Shout out, and just I haven't seen him in a minute, so shout out David. You know,
Yeah,
hello,
yeah.
sir.
All right, let's get the breathability test going.
Yes,
Let's nose
please.
it.
Mm-hmm.
As I have the biggest nose, I'm
Hello.
gonna say hello too.
Hello.
How do we do that? How are you?
And how are you?
I'm just gonna jump in here and say, man, this shit hits me hard. Like it right off the top, it's extremely alcohol vibes I'm getting.
Yeah.
To clear you up, it's like a fucking Listerine pack. You know what I mean?
And I have the
Some vapor
smooth.
rub.
I have the smoother glass.
Yeah.
and I'm getting a hint of sweetness. And I was worried about the sweetness level because the bourbon and the cognac, but it's not as sweet. But it's slightly there, which I appreciate,
Yeah.
even
It's-
out of this one.
Yes, I think it's probably more subtle in that glass. And here, at least for me, like I'm getting a lot of the sweetness, almost kind of like an apple like flavor or scent. It smells like apple juice to me.
Apple juice.
Yeah.
How are you guys? Wow. Today,
Let's see one more time.
The
game's off.
alcohol is there for sure, like the harshness from the alcohol, but the sweetness is, I don't know. It's not bad in my.
This one smells like 46% right here. This
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. I get a lot of the alcohol.
I usually
right?
I usually pour myself this glass.
Yeah.
Today I ended up with the smooth
Yeah,
glass,
it's about time you got one.
but I do smell
Yeah.
the apple in this one.
Right.
You know, and I'd say this, like I get a lot of that
Yeah.
hard alcohol on it, but like it's somewhat pleasant as well. Like it's not like rubbing alcohol, right?
No,
Where it's
no.
the strict alcohol. It's not like tequila or something like that. Tequila, I think you get into. That's what people got to plunge their nose, right? I don't feel that vibe.
Yeah,
but
it's just got a kick, is all.
yeah, no, but there's a lot of alcohol that hits you.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
is fine. It's not overwhelming though. It's not like, oh, I can't manage it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
If it didn't make sense.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can manage it.
Let's manage it. All right. Cheers, boys.
guys.
Cheers.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I forgot I was supposed to actually taste it, and I just kind of shot that. You guys go ahead, and I'll get in a minute.
Well, for me, like the alcohol definitely hits right up front, but then after that sweetness and like that apple flavor, it kind of follows through. I thought maybe it wouldn't it wouldn't be the same on the tongue as it was on the nose, if you will, but it definitely is there for me still. and then it's quickly followed by like more alcohol burn. So
Really?
it lets you know it's 46%, but it does it in like a pleasant way.
I don't get much alcohol burn. Like and you know, maybe that's for other circumstances, but with that said, no, it doesn't burn much at all. It I mean, like even holding it on the palate there. Normally we talk about a super like peppery and things like that. I don't get a whole lot of spice on it. There's enough there, but not overwhelming at all. It's again Irish, and then being that triple distilled, it comes off to me very smooth, manageable, very palatable. It's hard to pick particular notes at this point for me, but I do get some of the sweeter essence going on there. It's hard for me to put my finger on exactly what it is.
Yeah. For me, I think it's alcohol taste, but not like a harshness to it up front. And then I'm definitely getting like a slight sweetness, and I actually kind of like it because it is like a way toned down bourbon, but paired with that alcohol like flavor all the way through the drink. And then there's a warming sensation. So it's not so much of a burn or a peppery. It's kind of a warming sensation. Right. And lets you kind of know like, hey, this is it, but it is smooth all the way through.
Yeah.
So it's actually enjoyable. I was kind of worried. Like, again, I was worried about the bourbon and cognac aging, but I actually kind of think it plays well with the actual content level of the alcohol. I think it's a great match.
I think it comes off much smoother. It's being a higher alcohol percentage. It is much smoother than you'd expect.
Right.
And to your point, you know, like understanding, I do get the bourbon cask. You can kind of taste that, like thinking of it, like you can definitely feel the vibes of bourbon in it, but way distilled, right? Or way, you know what I mean?
Like almost like it was like triple distilled or something.
Like it's like they were like not one, not two, fuck it, three,
like more than two, but like less than four.
Right.
You know, like
whatever that is,
that
right
sweet spot,
right in that area.
You know
what I mean?
Like the Irish do.
Yeah, those fucking Irish are good.
Yeah.
Shout out Travis. I apologize. Sir.
It's all good.
Shout out Mom. Shout out Mom.
There you go.
She's German, but you know, what's the difference?
All right.
You see that lighter? Yeah, man. But you know what? Overall, I do enjoy it. I like what we're dealing with here. Like you said, it's for the alcohol content. It's not as harsh as you would think, and also. Understanding that it's the cognac vibe, which I mean we were having a little bit of a debate about, right? Because I'm like, cognac to me has never been a sweet drink, and you were saying it's usually a little sweeter, and that you know like I basically that's my world, you know what I mean? It's like you know, come on guys, Hennessy, little Remy, you know what I mean? Throw a little XO in there, you know what I mean? Let's have a good time. 1738, you know what I mean? I don't care, but. I think this is a good blend. It's a good blend of how they've barreled it. Everything works out well. It's not by any means the greatest drink I've ever had. No, but I think it has a lane and it's staying in that lane, and they do it well.
Yeah, and I think it's worth. Again, I think the best thing is that it's 46% alcohol paired with the little sweetness to it and the triple distilled smoothness of it. I think they got it all kind of balanced out.
Yeah.
So I can't be mad at that.
Yeah.
I also think that this is if you had the $60 and you want to go and spend it, I don't think you'd be mad at what you're buying.
No.
This sits in your collection. Maybe not on the shelf like Stillhouse, but it sits in your collection. You want to pour a drink that's a smooth drink,
right,
and have a good time,
and it's accessible too. Like I don't feel like anybody, even people who aren't into it, would be mad at that. Like it's so well balanced and smooth. Like it's
So and I've been just waiting for a good opportunity to tell you boys this, but so my sister's getting married this weekend, and I picked up this bottle because I literally Shout out to them. You know,
congratulations.
They're gonna be great. Whatever. No, I'm just kidding. No, big shout out to them. Whitney, Ryan, you guys are fucking awesome. I love you guys together, so shout out. But I was thinking, like, you know what? I need to get something that I could take because you know me, because you know your boy, right? Like I'm like, you guys do anything, I'll be over here. So I'm taking this with me. I don't care, right?
All right.
It's not like we're fucking short on whiskey.
Yeah, I know. We're not going to run out. You know what I mean?
You take it.
And you got to throw a party. You gotta throw a party.
Well, no, I kind of like having options.
Yeah, whatever, man. Fucking dude, the options will keep coming, James. We'll replenish this shit. Okay, dude, this is life. You fucking get some, you lose some. You know what I mean? Dude, that's the way it works. We'll leave the shelf alone. You can keep your still house as long as you want.
That'll be gone first.
Yeah, well, no, not in my world.
You know how many people want to drink that?
Let them.
I don't. I'm like, hey, have anything else?
Yeah.
James will locks it in his room. No, this is mine.
The only reason it's not on the top shelf is because we don't subscribe to the social norms.
Well, no. Plus, I want it to be on the video.
Oh,
Hopefully it's on the
Well,
video.
also
Even
because
better.
it's the smallest little baby bottle up there, so you know what I mean. It had to go on the bottom.
He didn't mean it.
Get a Stillhouse t-shirt. Next episode, Stillhouse t-shirts for everybody.
It's the sponsor you. They might. It's America's finest.
Hey, they might.
It's America's finest podcast.
That's
It
right.
sure is.
Back off, Joe.
While we're on the, I do want to give a shout out to Anthony and Erica. I get their
5 year
anniversary.
Big shout out.
Congratulations on that.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. Hey, man, you know what? Too. That's one of my one of the couples that I look at and I'm like, these guys are doing the damn thing.
I love them.
And I'll add that you both to that too. Like you guys, like all of. I feel very lucky to see people around. Like I'm like, yeah, man. You know what? Like everything, it's not easy every day. Shit's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
But you work through it, and I think like no one's doing anything malicious, and you guys all embody that. And I always look at that, and I'm like, especially the three of you guys, right? There's many others, but you guys always are gonna be you, and your partners understand that, and they're gonna be them, and you guys work well together, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah, and I
support
think
that.
the same thing with you and John. Like I'm really
Shout out to my boy John, baby.
Shout out John too.
Turn that AC off, son. All right, you're running the bill up, baby.
Open all the vents.
Don't tell him about that. No.
The only vent open is the bedroom.
My room.
One bedroom.
Like, I don't know, man. I don't know why it's not working.
You got to come in here. It's way cooler. Lay down.
that's his plan the whole time.
Shh. You sleepy?
You know what you got to do? Take a hot shower. Get into a cold room.
Yeah.
You guys seen the movie Kids?
Yeah.
Well, there's the part where he's like, shh, it's just me, Casper. And I thought, like, that is rape, sir. And that is not okay by any means.
Canceled.
Turn the AC up. Anyway. All right. Yeah.
so
So way to
let's-
fucking embarrass me. You know?
That was good.
Well played. No,
I
I
needed that.
I don't
genuinely
give a
meant
fuck.
it.
I don't
I
give
know.
a fuck. Yeah, John, shout out to
We're
you.
happy.
both.
We're happy. It's
Yeah.
all working.
Yeah,
happy for
we're
you.
all happy. You know what I mean? Whatever that means. You know what I mean?
Isn't it Pride Month?
Perfect.
Hey, shout out to that. You know, big shout out to Pride Month, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm all about that, you know?
For sure.
Yeah.
You do your thing.
You. Yep.
Yeah.
You do you.
Mm-hmm.
Or whoever you
Whoever
want
you
to.
want
Yes.
That's Pride Week.
Yes,
Pride
baby.
Month's new
That's what
slogan.
more. What?
If
how
that's
much
not Pride
more?
Month, I don't know what it
I don't know
is.
what the fuck we're doing.
That's the
man.
move.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
that's the
That's
move.
the fucking move.
Yeah.
Do what
it
you
is.
want.
Yeah. All right, let's get into
Anyway.
rating this bad boy.
So we talked about price point, right?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, cool, man. I'm just gonna jump in. I told you guys I'm gonna get a little ambitious tonight. Yes, sir. I didn't mind the what are we calling this? The decor,
The presentation.
The
the
aesthetics.
decor. That's
yeah.
what the Europeans call it. The decor.
Yeah.
I always think that's weird that they say that.
Yeah.
I do like that they have this weird like I don't know
the
what you would call it,
teardrop.
like
A teardrop.
because it's not like embossed, right? Like embossed is in, so it's like out.
Outbossed.
Outbossed. Yeah, they have this outbossed here.
It's but that's a
Yeah.
fucking emblem or
It's
something.
not etched. You know what I mean? It's out.
It's a protrusion or something.
It's protruding out of the bottle.
It's a tumor.
Yeah. And you know what? We fucking love it.
Uh-huh.
No, I think that's cool. I do think it's odd though that they have this approved by thing here with a signature that no one could fucking understand. And even if I did, who the fuck's that to me?
Right.
I don't care.
Yeah.
The nose is to me is a little harsh. It's a little alcoholish, but again, it's not your run of the mill 40% alcohol. It's a little harder than that. I get that. The drink is smooth. It's not the most flavorful drink I've ever had, but it is smooth and it's not bad to taste. It's not overbearing. It's not overwhelming. The price is a little steep for some. This is usually where I live at, so I'm okay with it. So I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
Okay. I'll go next. Everything Ken just said is pretty spot on for me. I actually do like the nose on it, in particular out of your guys' glasses. A little bit more like, hey, I'm here. 46%, I want to know it's 46%. Just like if it was a bourbon, I want over 100 proof. So I like the fact that it actually lets you know it's there. I will give it points for not being overly sweet, pairing well with that alcohol. So I'm gonna give it a 7, solid 7 for me.
Nice.
Okay.
And for me, kind of echoing the same stuff. It's like very well balanced. I get more flavor out of it though, so like I'm kind of propping it up a little bit more than
Palate's
that.
better than ours.
No, nothing like that. I'm just saying like
He's like, I taste
I feel like
Irish.
I have a better.
This tastes like home.
Yeah,
You,
yeah.
you got the DNA for it.
I guess that's what it is. It's just registering.
Yeah, it's a DNA.
The dinner. So anyway,
Deande.
T&E. I said T&E. So yeah, with all that said, like the presentation, whatever. Like what I'm really concerned about is the whiskey, and also too quickly just to note, like the color on it is pretty
Yeah, that's a
nice.
good
It's
point.
kind of got like a reddish tint to it. I would say.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's from the cognac barrels or what, but
It's like when you pee and you got blood in your pee. Right on.
yeah.
Spot on.
Welcome to my life.
Spot
All
on.
right. So see a doctor, and I'm gonna give it an 8.
Oh, okay. All right. And Travis with the high fucking score.
I really do like it.
Yeah, I like it too, man. So that's gonna bring us and to a very respectable 7.5.
Nice.
And for us, I think that's if James gives it anything a 7 and above, man, it's a good one. So 7.5, man. Writer's Tears Double Oak, American bourbon cask as well as cognac cask,
French cognac.
French cognac. And you know what, man, it'd be interesting to understand a little bit more about cognac because I don't really know a whole lot about how it derives and where it comes from, but it's interesting. Anyway, though, man, again, that's a 7.5 average score. Pretty respectable, man. Yeah. Thank you guys for enjoying that with me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for supplying it.
I sincerely I sincerely just enjoy being able to enjoy these kind of things with somebody else that enjoys it and can appreciate it.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
that's always a nice vibe.
Yeah.
And you mentioned John. John always let's get tequila. And now I'm fucking drinking tequila at home all the time and I hate it. Fucking John, you are something else. All right.
I think you know someone.
Yeah. Anyway, man, so thank you guys as always for tuning into another edition, another episode, another fucking trial and error or whatever. I don't know. I was trying to come up with something
Another
else.
review.
Another review, another fucking another whiskey time.